Rip your sub indeed. Now you can sub to me. No. Look, it's Sakura. Rest in peace. Alright. So. Maybe finishing? Maybe. Kind of doubting it. Not entirely sure. Game audio. Hi, Flame. A Danganronpa. You know, that's a good question. They never really, mention what it means. It's just kind of a word. It's never mentioned in game, I don't think. Phone is up to date with the stream. The switch on Twitch is delayed. Twitch switch. High fire. Thank you. Alright. So, Kyoko. What do you want to do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might... You're worried? Yeah, of course. Then let's just get a concrete answer. Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, what? If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we find out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. You said something like that before, what does it mean? The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Muguru's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
We're gonna get more mac? I want some mac. Never made homemade mac. We should do that at some point. It's not hard. Monokuma should be in the gym. Let's get going. Okay, let's go talk to Mr. Bearman. Oh, shout out to Mary. This is her art. She did this. It's good. Shout out to Mary. Should get dinner. What kind of dinner? What food? I had a Polish sausage, essentially. Not really. It was something more specific, but Polish sausage and sauerkraut. Yummy. Can I just warp? Okay, I didn't know if it would let me. Haven't gone down this hallway in forever. I feel like I can finish today.
Well now.
But I don't know. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Do whatever you feel you have to. What? But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? What? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that? Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as Blacking and then executed, right? What? No, what are you talking about? But when Makoto chose over my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
A smoothie isn't dinner. I vote quesadilla. Quesadilla. Both are good. Just have a quesadilla and a smoothie. You reacted by proclaiming Makoto, the Blackened, and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
Silence. But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter Ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it. Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did. Weird. Don't I have bananas for the smoothie? Banana smoothie. More silence. So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto. And you can prove this, right? No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, comedy routine to make such bold claims without a shred of evidence? I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
because
If Makoto really was a killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence? Mixed berries with smoothies is so good. Yeah, I haven't really ever had a bad smoothie. They're good. It's not you I'm trying to convince.
hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Ooh,
indeed.
imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Put yogurt and a little protein powder in mine. Haven't had a smoothie in a while. Protein powder. Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Be mad. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours? To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only it's this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown.
One final battle
One
between...
final battle between hope and
Didn't know
despair.
you were still talking, because it cuts off a lot of the time.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Internet's hating me right now, so once these downloads are done, I will be back. Okay, have fun. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little, so time for bear jokes. I'm surprised that hasn't happened for a while. If you have guessed. What? Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax. Honey? Does that mean you accept? If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. Yeah, no, I definitely feel like this is the last chapter. I'm That's why I'm thinking maybe I can finish it today, but who knows? This is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So that actually fit. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All of them? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify. That's the best one as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, let's bear it all. The class trial is super long. 1 a.m. Oh, that's fine. 2 at most. I could probably do that. I'll regret it, because I have to wake up early, but was it a long game? Yeah, it's been a pretty long game. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries in school, then you win. If you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. When we've covered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out. But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held. I remember that, for sure, so what? I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? In this true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on school regulations. Having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Then it's part of the regulations, which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. I didn't realize that was a joke, a pun. Okay, enough puns. Anyways, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. Only people to take a single step in Hope's peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. You tell them the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? You seem so emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. Super duper extra special punishment. Overflowing with despair. Come on, Makoto. That's a lot of hoo-hoos. Better read fast, otherwise we'll be here all night. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It may or may not happen. We'll see. It seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. Speed run! Just gonna skip all the text. I don't even care. Could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed again. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However...
Don't thank me yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. Honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? They don't stand to gain anything from the final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, that's a pretty fair comparison.
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard. And when was it? I wasn't there to hear it myself, but you remember what the mastermind said. They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world. Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? The idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
Yet somehow, he was able to do it. But think of it another way, there must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. They had to show the world something, no matter what the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
It would seem...
Mastermind's been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. All their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words,
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. To prove
Correct.
a point, most likely. The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. Talking about hope?
that's right.
For those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink to despair. Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, is ultimate despair. They want to prove that despair is better than hope? That's ridiculous.
It's
You're
true.
right, it is. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would despise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? I know how angry it must make you, and yet, the same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness. Because their
In
goal is
other
to broadcast this killing game to the world. Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If he'd simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least.
At least, that's how those who were watching this would have seen it. That's why he couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That's precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, that made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yeah, thanks to you. Due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, you had to accept your suggestion. To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form. Yawning is for chumps. You're gonna make us all tired if you keep doing that. It can't be helped. A lot of reading, it forces the yawn out. I just can't. Reading does this. It's bad. Oh, cool, I'm gonna die.
In other words,
It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the Mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
It's only thanks to you that we got the chance, because you believed in me, another path opened up. Hey. You can't do that. Still, I can't believe how much of the thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. Didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. Just let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all.
You fool!
Do it again. I want to make sure I witnessed you actually drowning on stream.
Splish.
I'll drown eventually. That'll be my execution. You seem totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic. Anyway, we can't relax yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time. For everything we've gone through. Huh. Man, stop it. Will have been for nothing. If we can't defeat him, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with effort to destroy the Mastermind.
however,
Not really possible.
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the others. They're probably in
Shall
the
we
dorm
go?
somewhere. Shall we go? Alright. Let's go back to the dorms. That should be right. Yeah. Yakuya. Toko. Do I just have to make house calls? Hey, Byakuya. I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Oh wait, that's Sayaka. Never mind. Togo?
Hey.
Okay. Who else is alive? Hina.
Hey.
What are we looking for? No, not Leon. Hero? Where are these people? That's Fumi. Or am I going back to my room? Hold up. Can't head back yet? What about Kyoko? Some reason you would need to search my room again. We need to keep looking. For what? You can get this way. How are you, Makoto, right now? Cause I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Oh, wait a second. Is she out there? I managed to survive my execution because, Alter Ego is the best and also still alive somehow. Because downloadable program. Virus. Okay, suddenly we were greeted with... Huh? You again. Is he alright? Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Uh-huh. What the heck? I wonder what that was all about. Couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that
Byakuya is even surprised. Everybody's happy! Kind of. Yeah, but how this whole thing is being streamed on TV? How did the bear explain how Makoto is able to walk around? Cause he managed to...
You guys!
No, Kyoko, saved him. It was told that Kyoko saved him, and they were fine, and Alter Ego... Actually, since it was being streamed, they probably saw the, Alter Ego appear on the TV screen and, stop it. Like, it was pretty clear that he was fine. Also, highlight times 3. I hate all of you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm not doing this. There's no two ways about it.
There's no two ways about it. That's
Oh,
Makoto.
right. You're actually talking.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Probably. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Aww.
What?
These people are dumb. That's what. Light's not even gonna be here. You don't even get to do, what is that, 4? You won't get to do 4 of those unless you stay. What's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, it seriously stinks. It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. And just like that, they were gone. 14,000 points. What how many I have? Let me check. No, I can't really check. Not on here. What was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world. Did you get to talk to her? Ooh. Miss Cleo! I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. Who the heck's Miss Cleo? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. You realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. You saved my life. Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. No dice, all the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Where can we go to find new clues? Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. I mean, the smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. Why are you doing that face? I win? She seems happy for some reason. What is wrong with her? There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what's happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain what? Is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
It's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. 73.2k? That's a lie. You never use them, huh? Last class trial. We're gonna redo Mukuro's trial. What? What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Who is it? What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. Saying the mastermind killed Mukuro? That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did
You
you
spotted
say?
the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know. But
However-
executing Makoto, who wasn't blackened, is a clear violation of the regulations. The rules state that only the blackened is to be executed, and Mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. The Mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage, didn't you? Yep.
correct.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said now it's the Mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
I'm totally in the dark here. Please, I'm stupid. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko again later. Knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the Mastermind? There's more to it than that. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. I do have the master key now, so some rooms did open up. Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with the master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. One decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But
Figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro, and all the mysteries. It's a pretty tall order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I take it that you're a big fan. I'm not so sure about that. I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Why not? Working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Meaning it's one of them. But like,
I
maybe
see.
Hiro's playing stupid. He's gotta be playing dumb. Monokuma said that, huh? And Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
So in other
If he
words,
really is the one who killed Mukuro, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in school, right? He'd probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised a scene like that. But
In
according to
other
Monokuma, the only people who've set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 who've been taking part. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add a Mukuro and you get 16. So he would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue or do you get it now? The mastermind's one of us. Can't be serious. We can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us. It's a possibility, but only one among many. Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. That's one we can't ignore. They're an ultimate, right? Ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. Can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret. I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right.
And maybe Monokuma was an autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Unless he's really smart. It wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Well, I guess the key's pointless now.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
This is exciting. Okay, bye. How very magnanimous. I've heard the word, I don't know what it means. Of him to unlock all the rooms. I assume nice.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done, now we need to begin our investigation. I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
goodbye.
After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. He didn't take me with him. Do you blame him? Without him, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. Thanks, Toko. You're totally useless. Goodbye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. Now she's gone. You're gonna go out by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
Yep. It's just leave Makoto, Hina, and me. In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. How come? Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. What about you, Hina? Best friends forever? I guess I'll do the same thing. Oh, I mean, it's not like I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. Not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. That's really nice of you to say. Toko's special. She is. She's really special. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. See you later. Hina was in high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And it's just us two.
Indeed.
Kyoko. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right?
However,
Don't misunderstand. Just because we're gonna do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us. I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. That's right.
So
Well, I
then,
better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. Still can't believe he might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Alright, final investigation. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's file. Identity unknown, dead before the blast, stabbed a single time with a knife. Also been struck in the head with an object as thick as a metal pipe. That's important. The wounds. Probably. Once we find out who killed Kutsaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. Headmaster, Biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face. And the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down. That should be open now. After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected. Which means the garden and dojo. Time to get started. Alright. Places to check. I know my first place. I'm very curious about it. Extremely curious about it. Yeah, and to get the awesome killer music. Nice drawing in front of you. It's like special fan art. Mary did this. Mary did this. It's really good. It's of Monokuma. Which might be obvious. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Let's go. This is the second floor. Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. There's blood. Or ketchup. Probably ketchup. So these are all... Oh. They don't have any... The bed is completely torn apart. It's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Cool. Nothing else, huh? Open the door, just a crack, glance inside and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. It's really good. Wouldn't that be outside? Maybe not. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. God, Makoto. You freaking loser. Why is it so nice in here? The heck? Alright, well, I still don't see... Oh. A giraffe? In a locker? And then there's another room over there. Let's see what this is. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope Speak students who came before us. Class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh, there's a lot to... That one's... I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even going to bother trying. Metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. What about that one? Wonder if I can open this. Nope. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's very similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Let's just give it a try. Ran it across the reader. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Okay, I can't do that one either. That one has a metal plate. Haven't heard that phrase since high school. Alright. These are damaged. Already broken. I'm wondering if one of them will work. No. What about this one? It went to the wrong thing. Makoto, please. Oh, thanks for the follow. Hello. How are you doing? Can I even look at this one? Because it looks like... I guess that's just a shelf. Alright. Never mind then. You ever play Danganronpa? Is good game. I'm in the final stretch. Checking every locker. Okay. There's nothing in here, huh? Well, not yet. I don't even see a demon unless the people. Where you at? Really? Huh. That's weird. Maybe he's the mastermind. It's you. Alright, what's in here? A very nice office? This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the Headmaster's private room? I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. I decided to check it out one more time. Why are you so small? you seem so weirdly sized. Alright, let's talk to Yuroko. Looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something that probably shouldn't bother her. Alright. Well, let's look at that clear secret door. There's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something? There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze. There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? Very easy trick, yeah. So easy I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up. I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. That's not nearly enough to go on. I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on PC, everything I could think of. Learned more about him than maybe it's Leon. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. The password is Leon backwards. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. The chair. Leather chair, I can imagine a student using something like this. Must have been the Headmaster's. The PC on the desk must belong to the Headmaster. Whoever used this last, it looked like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. Still have some search results left. We might be able to get some info? There's not much, nothing we don't already know.
In other words,
Isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair. That's all there is. Not much to it, is there? I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. Any info about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
That's a good outlook to have. Ultimate despair. Okay. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. Maybe for her, there's more to it than that. If we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. If Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. There might be a chance. Password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. Either way, she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure? It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, do it whatever you want. First, there's one more thing that I can look at. Desk is home to a computer, must belong to the headmaster. It's wild, but there's no one on Twitch at all called Demon Venom Gamer. That's a little scary. Hold up. Can I? No, it doesn't really. Huh. Oh, that's terrifying. Cool. Glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more. If you're worried about me, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. In that case, here goes nothing. Collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Typed in her full name. Hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
Why?
I'm sorry. Kyoko, without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. What do we got? A present? Oh, look at that picture. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present, wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Let's check that last. Fine. Decapitated head, a bomb. The brightly colored box here seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm kind of getting a bad vibe from it. We can't not open it. Careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably. If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. You know what's in there? Just don't scream or anything, okay? You say it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box, took a deep breath, and took a hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. Still a hesitant glance inside, and... he screamed. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Oh, it's bones. Okay, I was kind of right. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I think that's the point, Makoto. I mean, who could have possibly imagined... just as I thought. Hold up, can I, like, look at anything else first? I have to find out what she... Alright. Just as you thought, how could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones! It's not that I was thinking bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. Pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. Usually put all my bones in nice boxes. Gotta decorate them with a bow. My father. What about him? What you found in the box? The bones, that body, that's my father. At least what's left of him. Oh wow, that sucks. You serious? This is Kyoko's dad? Hi, Mr. Kyoko's dad. Same man she's been searching for. Yeah, how can you know that for sure? Given all the info we have already, that's the only possible answer. Same person. Headmaster is a man in his late 30s. He's somewhere in the school right now. I mean, you're right. Killing game began with 16, all of them high school students. Only people to take a step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began at age 16. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16. When you put those two together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words,
Most likely my father was in school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. Them dry bones. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. No, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? Would she really give up her pride just for that? Couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. Them bones. Headmaster's desk is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I don't want to touch Kyoko's desk without her permission. Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay. I'll look at the desk. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside, rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer was more bones. An e-handbook. It has a label on that says, in case of emergency. I can probably use this on the lockers. Found some kind of emergency handbook in the desk.
in other words,
With no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority. Another ultimate, I like that. The headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. Them bones, them dry bones. Yeah, no, I know the song. It's just been forever since I've heard it. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. It's not like the clapping song where I've never heard that. Why don't you hold on to it? I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Alright. Let's check this. The filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. It's fine.
Hey.
Check whatever you want. Okay. Went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. All I found were piles of unrelated documents. Pretty dedicated to his job, huh? Just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind. If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. This picture. Oh, look, it's a little happy Kyoko. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. It's a picture of... Hey, Kyoko, is that you? She's surprised. This is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... It's cute to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all the time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
I wanted to face it and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. Now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Alright. Listen, Koto, can I ask you a favor? I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more.
Hey.
But could you leave? Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were gonna say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. A picture doesn't change the fact of what happened, what I went through. Problem can't be solved so easily. Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. Please just give me some time to myself. I'll, see you later. Bye. Do you want me to close the secret room door? Is she really okay? Must have been a complete shock to her. It was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster, there's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. Killed him. The headmaster's dead. We were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means true identity is one of us. Remember the first time you opened the game with the rocket? Are you saying that was him? That was the headmaster? So the first person you see is Kyoko's dad. Right? Honestly, I thought the back of him in that picture looked familiar. But I wasn't sure if it was coincidence or if it was the rocket guy. Why is the rocket downstairs? I guess I couldn't just leave it in. Because it looked like it was a classroom that it happened in. And I wanted to find that room. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Murkuro to the mix and you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Kyoko. Yeah, they're all dead. Even Mokuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Yakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 are still alive, then there's no question. No, wait, that can't be. Refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. It just has to be. Better give her some more time. Alright. Well, I can use the... I can go to the locker room. The Eye of Ra? What the heck? I don't remember much from the opening of the game. It was Monokuma doing... It was the first execution we saw. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do it. Don't use your handbook. What about that emergency handbook? Give it one more try. Took the emergency one. Just what I was hoping for. Let's see what we've got inside. Locker's totally disorganized. Whoever belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. 3 things. There's a lot in here. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way you ever use this locker. It's just not possible. Yeah, no, I had that thought too when I saw that. Is this a deck of playing cards? They're tarot cards. But wait, are those used for telling fortunes? Just a coincidence, right? I definitely didn't get it at first until Tom finished Danganronpa 1. That's where this is from, yeah. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. Dust everywhere. You have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Now that I can really talk, trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. The moment I looked inside, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. It was written, Yasuhiro. Is this ours? Notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. We were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this? Locker notebook. Okay, well, that's, that's interesting. There are more lockers, though, so let's... Can I check all of these? Nothing that might be a clue. Practically empty. What is this? Some kind of pocketbook. Don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. Some writing inside, it could be important. Don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Girl's handwriting. All the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Must have been really meticulous. Flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. Something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. Decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigy safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as foundation for a new era. It's the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with the plan. So that's what my father had to say about me. Or to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Huh? This game is a giant visual novel. Yeah? Some messed up stuff out there. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko couldn't be anyone else, but if this belongs to her, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her since he left when she was little. What kind of timey-wimey? There's alternate dimension stuff going on. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? Quickly scan the remaining pages. Must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the book, the writing here was messy, disorganized, and scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? There's a second to spare. The heck? The more I see, the less sense it makes, because these lockers, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook belonging to Kyoko. If I want to find out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. Is there still... nothing in there. Is this the last one? I don't think these ones can be opened. Okay, I think that was it. So... Hiro's notebook and Kyoko's notebook. Okay. That's wild. Kyoko's still in there, so... where else can I go? The data center? Hina's in the data center. Wow. I'm glad I went that way first. Can I go through the Monokuma door?
Hey,
Oh, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. So I figured if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Though I couldn't bring myself to open it, because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck, so you open it. Sure, she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. I guess I'll open it. Let me take cover first, I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Here goes nothing. Threw all my weight into it, the door opened much easier than I expected. Oh, it's a little game room. There's no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, this place is totally sci-fi. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Alright, Hina. Every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but this place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole differently creepy. I can only look at 2 things. Is that a hatch? Some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about the weird device. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Kinda looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi would probably freak out if he saw it. Monokuma room had a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. And could that mean...
Okay.
Start poking at it or whatever, I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Please, you can't just or whatever something like this. It was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Did you hear that? Yeah, I think he came from the other room. What did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Took a good look at the control panel. Saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. Just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. The Data Center, that's right next door. Room we were just in, that's where the strange noise come from. Probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. So, Monokuma's in the other room, just standing there menacingly, probably. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Yes. Is that Monokuma? Also... Oh, never mind. Hina's dumb. That's all you need to know. Yeah, Hina's... She does her best. Give me all your donuts. I love her. Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted. How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Guess what I found? Self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it. Man, are you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. Remove the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. Not very subtle. That's the Monokuma room. Now you know. Has anybody ever talked like Monokuma? I don't think so. Hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now is Monokuma.
Huh?
For real? Yep, looks like that panel definitely controls him. No clue what's going on, but the characters are giving me certain vibes. What kind of vibes? Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. They were definitely in here. Mastermind has been controlling him from this room, and this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
Kyoko was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? Guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... How many times do I have to see it? Please, I already know. The mastermind, the puppeteer, really is the 16th Stoop. Can't be. There's no way, right? The Monokuma control. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay? This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. Can't say it isn't possible. But I really hope it's not true. Wanna leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. You wanna get going? I wanted to look at the hatch. Oh. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. It just locked on its own. My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. It's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. In that room, as you may guess, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room. Correct. No. So whoever was in there was in the hatch. Did you check the hatch? I tried to, but Hina wouldn't let me. Big Boom was stupid. Makoto seems confused and lost most of the time. The crazy hair guy is space cadet. Guy with the glasses is probably smart. That's about it for now. Byakuya is smart, but he's also a dickwad. Yeah, Toko's insane. It doesn't make any sense. We were just in there. We didn't see anyone. Because you were in the hatch. You didn't, did you? You sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Tried to be. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? The hatch on the floor? No way! Who would have guessed? Too bad, that was your one big chance. You blew it. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted. No more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Please. He's gone, but was he telling the truth? Mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Yeah. Huh? When I said we should leave, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? It's not your fault.
Sorry.
Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you've got me all motivated again.
You got it.
See you later. Full sprint. I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Headmaster room. What's next on the list? Toko's a precious bean. I don't know about that. Yeah, Byakuya would be here. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Hi, Byakuya. Let's ignore him. There's a monitor in here? There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Even in the room there's a monitor. I wonder who these people are. There are documents scattered all over the floor, sometimes it makes me feel anxious. The camera up here too.
Come on.
You ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you? When we get out of here, remember this moment. Fine, what do you want? You came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean? Take a look at this book that you were literally just about to pick up. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Student registry? Contains profiles for all of us in Mukuro.
So in
Apparently
other
Class
words,
78 refers to us. When we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room. It also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. Since the rest of our profiles are listed in here along with hers,
in
there
other
can be no
words,
doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak just like the rest of us. Must be how Kyoko learned about it. Seems like Kyoko was in a hurry. What do you mean? Talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages.
so in
When
other
it comes to this
words,
profile, there's more info about Mukuro that we still didn't have. No! You gotta stay! What kind of info is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? Seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Oh, is that her? Finally get a face. Mukuro reappeared suddenly in the background, and entity floats close but just out of reach. Entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, she definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. The fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. So those wounds that she had. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. If I decide she's a danger to the others, I'll be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. Wouldn't that mean she and the Mastermind were allies? So why don't they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the Headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. Unless it was a fake body. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Maybe it means the Mastermind's even stronger than Mukuro was. What's wrong, Makoto? You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. You don't need sleep. No! Ugh. There's another important bit of info within the file that you should know. Did you notice a picture in there? Man, that one was big. Picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. Seems to be included as part of our Class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. Further info about that girl is included in the file. Vitals? What do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll work your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right? That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that info is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. So she's still alive, probably. A weird one. One last thing, it's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Don't put too much faith in her. The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? This is what I think. Call it a hunch. My hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. Sure, thanks. Anyway, bye, Byakuya. Okay. Just wanted to make sure there was nothing else. Oh, bookshelf. Seems really well made and is filled with files and thick books. Oh, okay, nothing there. Pressed mess. Have you considered not doing that? Biolab's next. Let's see what's so raw. This is the last new area. Here I am in the biolab. I'm so cold. Abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Why is this so cold? Is there gonna be a body in me? I have a hunch. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. And then that's a camera. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. So cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. On the left side there's a bunch of glowing blue lights, but on the other side... oh, those ones are off. Some kind of weird machine. Seen something like this before. That's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Yeah, so Mukuro's body isn't the ones on the left. The right-hand lights are off. Some kind of booklet here? Instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicide lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. Exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. There's a manual for the fridge. I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. Biolab secret. About those lights by each slot. Set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot, lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone inside. That's defeat the mastermind. To do that, I have to continue my investigation. Don't have any other option. There's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So including Muguro. Let someone understand. Alright. I think that's all in there. So, that's where all of their bodies have been going. Is there a secret in 5C? Is there anything to, like, else to look at in here? Tragedy refers to what happened here. I don't think so. Alright, I have to go back to the dojo and the garden. Dojo first. Hi, Toko.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to caves, it would have to have something, right? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me my precious time back. Calm down, Toko.
What's your
Don't tell me to
problem?
calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. You are, though. Master will. Not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Are we sure? Samurai armor? Huh? Oh. Yeah, alright. I guess there's nothing there. The body's gone. It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. It's not occupying a morgue slot either. The Monokuma flower. That's still not related. Still just 4 chickens left. I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Alright. Better check just to be sure. Didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then it must be in the biolab? Corpses aren't the only things I need to check in here. There's one other thing. The tarp. Tarp played a key role in another case, so better look into it. Look at all that bonding. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. This is Biolab? How did you miss that? This originally came from the Biolab? Alright, Biolab tarp. Is that all that's in here? God, there's so much stuff in here. It's already needed to check here. No. Wait.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
ASA possible. Now he wants to give us a hint? Suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap, but even knowing that, just had to go to the gym. Hi, hero. You just have 2 dogs and 3 cats. Cutting their nails was always an interesting time. Hey, hero. Kodo, why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard the announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero? There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. It's like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Probably, but he's also stupid, so it's hard to say. just Makoto. Oh, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? It just so happens to be in the envelope in the ground in front of you. The envelope. This must be the envelope. Just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. More bones. Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope, opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Toko, Byakuya... Oh, Junko's being blocked. Oh, is that girl... Makoto's not there, though. Featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. There's everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Is anybody else missing? I don't think so. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. It's not true, I do recognize her. When Byakuya and I were in the Headmaster's room and we looked at the file. New girl? This girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? Even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. It's very weird. We're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. Now I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. Yeah, that's Mukuro. I'm the only one not there. Pictures all 15 other students, but not me. It's also not just the dead ones this time. I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me. And didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean... Could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kinda getting in the way of standing there, you know? So I mean, get out. I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. Why are you bashing on the keyboard? What happened to them all? Oh, they all died. Most of them. The majority of them. Guess that means he's done talking. Junko was the only one that got punished by Monokuma directly. Because you can't attack the principal. She kicked him and stepped on him, and that was a bad idea. She shouldn't have done that. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. With that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. These pictures are driving me insane. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? I'm trying to see if there's anything weird about it. But, like, the only two things weird. I guess that's not too weird. But I don't know. You would think Junko would want to be in the picture. Taka's just blocking it. And then there's Mukuro. Also weird. Looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Am I the mastermind? Alright. So now where do I go? Just talk to people? The archive? Yeah, I have to look for everybody else that was in the picture. Where's the archive? This way. And then everybody else was either murdered or executed. Maybe wanted us to find any acted upset and crazy. For anyone watching the broadcast, but just eat that kind of drama up. Yakia? Listen, do you think we could talk? Yakia? I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as friends. Yakia, what? Of course he didn't, he just walked away. Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Ooh. Ooh. Interessante. Alright. Catch up with Hero in the garden. It's a very wild ride. Hero, buddy, my dude. Hey, Hero. What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Also, was Kyoko in the picture? I didn't notice. I think she must have been. I think that's a tick. I like it. Byakuya sure is a person. Let's go to the biolab. Who's in here? You know? No. Decided to visit biolab one more time. The first thing I saw when I got there. Toko? I mean, I guess that makes sense. It was her passed out again. You okay? She's not dead, is she? It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep. Oh, I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
Have you reached that certain age?
Then what? Unbothered, straight up horny? Okay, so why did you, pass out? I don't know, last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch. There's Jack. Meet Jack. She's insane. Worse than Toko. Bingo Basinga, we share some... Is she worse? I don't know which one's better. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing, it's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. It's more like half. Jack's memory. That was a... But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or slit your throat. I don't know, I'm sure Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own thing.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so.
Oh, I'm on
I knew it, I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how old he must be right now. So, whose body were you looking at? Genocide Jack shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. Totally forgot to ask her about the picture. No point asking Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. I wonder. Who is this? Sure they were all tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out. Kyoko,
Right.
how long have you been there? She faints so easily. It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay? I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize. Listen, about this room. It's a mess. Yeah, I suspected as much. Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and yeah. You knew she'd fainted? I was on my way here when Jack came running past me. Assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear. I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped a bag of rocks. Why is everyone gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway.
We should close up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. Maybe she'd wait a second before closing it. Because Mukuro's body is in here. Yeah. I had a feeling. Mukuro's corpse. The body's inside the fridge. So who's running around? Putting the... just like every other time, Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. Mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. That's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
Need to do my own exam with the corpse as soon as possible. I'm gonna find a clue this time, and I'm gonna grab the Mastermind by the tail. So what should I do? Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. That's it? Okay, I'll check the tarps. I think I've seen tarp like somewhere before. Same one I found in the garden tool shed, and if I remember, a stamp on Violet. It's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from Violet and took it over here. Or took it over there. You done? Kyoko got that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Oh yeah, I see her. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Hanakuma made. The one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up. Why not? Only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her. I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did he forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? It's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. I can't look inside. Wait! Is that it? What else is there? This? Left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. These ones aren't. It would seem the blue light comes on when the slot's occupied. When someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, that's 9 in all. 9 lights. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Jeez, that was fast. Anyone can do good work if they go slow, and that spirit will make my report brief. You find anything? Pay careful attention to the wounds and traces of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Oh. Burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury. Then what was? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. However, dead before the blast. And stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. Hit in the head. Only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old. Where does it say they're old?
Because...
Says it, all it says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. Because I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
The difference is immense, considering the impression they gave. Seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
Check the body as well. I Can't do that. Smoothie was good. What kind of smoothie yet? It's not dinner. Have a dinner. Point and click games typically just click everything and pray that it works. Yeah, that's fair. It doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. They are? But we all got the file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So
What if
then,
Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days?
at the very
Certainly you can't
least-
allow it as one of the many possibilities, can you? What a many? A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detectives begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other
They envision
words,
these possibilities without prejudice, bias, using only their logic and common sense. As they investigate, they test what they find against each of the possibilities. Me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve the particular mystery, you should keep in mind for the future. Yoko's account.
Hey,
If there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition, now's the time. Berries with coconut milk? Interesting. I've never had coconut milk. Come to think of it, there was one thing. When I was looking at Mokuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
Did I get all that right? Remembered all that? They're indeed consistent with the corpse. So then, don't
Indeed.
forget about the Fenrir tattoo, that's absolutely no mistake. The
indeed.
victim in this case is without a doubt Mukuro. So that is Mukuro?
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so
And
then,
it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going, it's kind of chilly in here. We're not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this? Sad. Did you forget? She was our enemy once. Part of the ultimate despair. She still got killed. She's still a victim. You ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. She could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive? I think
So
we've done
then-
all we can do here. After our separate investigations. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found. If I don't do it now... So Kyoko... I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then, out with it. I've really not seen your dad even once since you got here.
What?
What? What do you mean? You know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
To get to any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook,
I see.
the one you found in the hidden room. Did you
And
find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be yours. What
Why
makes you
is
say
that?
that?
because
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. If I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the Headmaster, your father.
what? If
Could
that's
that mean
true,
that video is real too? The video from way back
Makoto.
when? I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Though I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about?
I
Need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Let me give you the handbook, that way you can... That won't be
So-
necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. If you
Makoto.
watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD and it says urgent interviews?
So
I found it in that hidden room after you left. I don't have time to
Anyway.
explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on the DVD. Now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In other words,
As it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind. There's
however,
one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. Determination to feed him. Strange to be confronted with its death and suddenly feel this way. Oh. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness. So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. Let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
whew,
That's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete.
hey,
Keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest or worst. What do you mean? Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Sorry if that was strange. Anyway, I need to get
So
going.
then.
I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko is gone. Got that DVD from Kyoko, I should head to the AV room. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. Alright, let's check out that very interesting new DVD. I haven't been back to the AV room in forever. I was thinking it was just going to be her one from way back when, but this seems different. Better take a look. Said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. Must have been only a few seconds. But to me, it felt like an eternity. Then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? Sayaka and the Headmaster? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
Smash!
You fool! I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
Oops. Sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me
Sayaka's
get
not
straight to the
talking.
point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Oh, she's not... Okay, you want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There's a lot I hadn't understood up until now, but there's only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here forever? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed some light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back. If I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Makoto. Eh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. The I in here and now had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this,
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
but I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with others. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in the school forever, and then... Yoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. I don't know about edited. I think it just looks weird because that's their... They didn't draw another art for them sitting down. It's just their artwork of them standing. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak and her father. When he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as her interview was wrapping up, the monitor went black. It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What just happened? Oops, looks like it broke. Out of service. It just so happened to break just now. Now, then, when. Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure, my butt. You cut the power on purpose.
You little bitch!
Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. You'd ask them a question and they all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge sigh. But as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
When I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation with myself.
It would seem...
That time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I came to the school. Make you forget all that.
Hey,
Convenient outcome. Something that seems to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. Does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Huh. The bear is a troll. True. He sucks. Is this it?
For anything that has a start, there has to be
This is it.
an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is a
If this is it,
promise of
should
a
I keep
new
going?
beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Sorry to cut off your laughing. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. Final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. Last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end. Do you think so? I'm only at 2 hours. I think I should keep going. Poisonly. I'm really hyped. I want to see what... I need all of the answers. Huh? Guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto.
Early Makoto. Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. Where is everyone else? Why aren't they here yet? Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. Just like she said. How about you keep going? Aye aye. Byakuya. They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina. This is gonna be hard with nobody talking to me. Where's Jack? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was a deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial. Max 2 a.m. I'm late. Drog Silent Master is so wonderful, so cool, so my loins are ablaze. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. With my sharp scissors in hand. Sharp scissors? I'll stab and gouge and shiv the Master of Evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. Even if the Master wants, it could be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Oh, she's back. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, I'm wearing a gloomy gust face as I see. Okay, let's begin. Wow, class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair, clad maximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm bare in good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. What do you mean, please? I have to work early, so I can't say it that late, but I'll try to get this done fast.
Today, I'm feeling
I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than to hope. The heck? Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial. Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. Don't try and run. Laughing as loud as ever, he disappeared. Whatever.
In the name
This will be over in no time. In inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was first into the elevator. One by one, everyone followed. Toko, please. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word, they just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey.
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other. It's gonna suck, cause... when I get in there, they're all gonna just be like, Makoto did it. It's like, guys, but you know what that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. The class trial. Right, I'm ready. Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard. Louisiana. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward the gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. Repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. Pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and on steady legs. Passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, began to descend, deeper and deeper. Deeper still. Deeper, 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 deeper. Deeper fell. Closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. Opened my eyes. Is this the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's a long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just say right here in the vacant 16, please.
Thrills, chills,
Then let's begin.
kills.
Ooh, he's gonna be in on it. Cool. I'm excited. This is great. This is great. Well, I don't have any new skills that I can equip. Let's go.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Can't believe Hiro and Hina are okay standing
Are
there.
you saying that if you lose, you'll execute
That's
yourself?
interesting.
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
What's
Never
not a
mind
film
all
of
that.
execution?
I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling
Hiro,
okay?
you're gonna get us killed.
Is the mastermind only one person?
That's actually a good question.
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all
There
out
it
to
is.
get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
Alright. Anyways. Ignoring Hiro. Group photo, places to check, Headmaster's handbook. It's gonna be hard.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you?
Shut up!
I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Shut up!
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it.
How did the two idiots manage to stay alive so
my
long?
own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence
Okay,
to
well-
present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Why is it spinning? That was the only one, right? All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt this is the trap. Set it up so we would suspect each other and have something that proves it.
You guys have all been working together.
I'm
haven't
pretty
you?
sure that was the
Evidence,
only...
So I know I'm right.
I didn't mean to do that.
Hey, you stole my line.
Alright. So what do you got?
Fine.
The handbook,
You're all
places,
out
and
to
group
get me.
photo. Places check. Several rooms have been locked. Handbook. No. It's probably the group photo.
I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves every...
What? This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Got it.
No control.
I was thinking about using concentration, but
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
this very weird group photo.
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's
Yours is
different.
different?
With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Oh, so everybody... Yakia's not in his, Hiro's not in his.
But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only
It's
one
them
not
running.
in it.
There's Junko and Chiro. Huh. Look at freaking Sakura. These are great. Celeste was just in the background, being a doll. I figured as much, in which case...
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Yeah, I want to see
Okay,
everybody's.
but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
There's Makoto. Something I've noticed Junko is always being blocked. Like, her face is never facing the camera. That's weird. I wonder if that's a thing. Also, never mind.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture.
Keeping that in mind. That's probably important.
You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other.
It wasn't the real Junko.
The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a
No,
trap?
thank
A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Proof I need to reveal Monica in this trap. Each photo has something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. That person is the ones who got the photos.
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
I guess that
In
could
the
be a
picture Hiro
coincidence.
got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my
Please,
photo as
Byakuya.
well.
I want to see Kyoko's too. She's getting splashed there.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person
I
wasn't
didn't
included.
see that one long enough.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone
It just kind of
else was
flashed
the
on
enemy?
screen. I didn't. It's like Byakuya's like here. Okay, you saw enough.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
You know, there might be more to it than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about the pictures. What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Is he
Sure, no
noticing it
problem.
too?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Sure, there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Oh, there's Toko and Celeste in the back. He does the lifeguard. Oh, Sakura got a giant fish somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. Chiro wouldn't be caught dead in the pool. Wait, I realized what I said. In this picture, heroes, mine. There's something strange about all of them, something I can't quite pin down. The group photo.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo. I'm still pissed
Don't let yourself
about
get
that.
tricked.
And on top of
Baka.
that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
Well, except for
So you
Celeste.
think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
But what are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture
Any of them.
either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
Next reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. Might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. Unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Alternate realities. Oh, Hangman's Gambit time. Oh, amnesia. Okay. Stop it. I keep just missing them.
Now I understand. Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type
Yes.
story?
You especially. Of everybody.
We all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. No matter how much they refuse. If that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. Can't move forward until they accept it. There's no other way to prove it besides those pictures. Control. Oh my god. Is this a flashback one?
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything
I
that's
remember
happened.
everything.
So the idea that we all lost our memories.
It's totally stupid. Obviously.
Okay, so I remember everything. Must be more evidence in these pictures of the Ellison. The video probably.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia?
Control
Since when did
room,
this turn into
profile,
some kind
group
of
photo.
sci-fi fantasy?
It's the
I
DVD.
promise you, I haven't. Ever since I remember everything that's happened.
No.
That was a little terrifying at first. But thankfully it was easy.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory
Imagine
loss.
if I waited a week.
This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No.
No,
it's
please
nothing
shut
like
up.
That. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hopes Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lied? I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Look at you.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
And you were there. And you were there. And you were there.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept
Thank you,
it as
Miyagi.
reality.
You've been a great
Say
help.
that. We're talking about
For
living,
once.
breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no,
Well.
obviously.
Actually, we all said we could.
No. Yes. Same thing.
Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I
Yeah.
believe that?
Insane
that's
or
fair.
not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, cause it's all
And I want to know why and how.
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my
Oh, I'm
head
sure it'll
hurt.
get worse, Hina.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie. You figured that part
Stole
out
them
too,
specifically.
Of
I want to know
course.
how
There's
that's
no
a
way
thing.
it all just happened to get amnesia at the same time.
Freaking superpowers over here.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe
Yeah,
anything
true.
I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew
Oh,
I
that's
could
my
count on
Byakuya.
you.
I
The
freaking
interview
love
with the
you.
Headmaster, taking that group photo.
Toka's just
Those
like
can't
hands
be the
off.
only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Original motive?
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
The videos, the personalized videos.
That has something to do with the memories you stole
Huh.
from us?
It sure
Personalized
does.
videos of everybody getting their loved ones attacked.
But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Control Room Profile Handbook.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's
Behind
behind,
everything.
everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course. They have to be here somewhere.
Here's somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Look. Oh, it's probably the control room, actually.
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away. Because masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
It's either Hina or Toko's statement.
So who did it?
Whoever did it is the same one. That much I
When you is the mastermind?
Of course. They have to be here somewhere.
What makes
I think it's Toko's.
Exactly.
You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is probably a million...
Shut up!
No, it's wrong.
Come on, Toko. Hina should have let me
There's
check
no
the hatch.
question that the mastermind is somewhere within the
If you
school.
knock twice, then they legally have to say,
know?
I'm in
Did you
here.
find some evidence or something?